Hi there, I'm Tom Perry, and I've got a few stories for you. As a transformation consultant, my career goes back a fair ways. It started back when I had my own software development company back in the early 90s, and that was a formative experience for me and my love for software development in general. At some point, I went to work in the publishing and prepress industry, where I had spent a lot of my early years, and that's where I first was introduced to agile software development. After that, I decided I really enjoyed working with agile folks and sharing agility with folks who were interested in learning. And so I went to work for Rally, and they were acquired by CA, where I had the unique opportunity to work with some of the largest companies in the United States to help introduce agile transformations to very, very large, sophisticated organizations, as well as middle sized and small organizations. I have a SAFe SPC 5.0. I am a Scrum Alliance CSM and CSPO. I have an Agility Health Assessment Facilitator certification, as well as your more traditional PMP certification. Well, if I'm going to introduce myself, I should probably share a few things about me personally. One is that I've been a powerlifter for about the last 30 years, and along the way, that's taught me some really important lessons. One, to work really hard and consistently. Number two, to hold myself accountable. And number three, to make sure that I'm measuring my progress every single step of the way. So, what have I been up to for the last few years in the Agile space? Well, I've been a speaker, speaking at both national and international events. I've written a book called The Little Book of Impediments. I have founded a conference up here in the Pacific Northwest called Agile Management Northwest, dedicated to catering to the needs of the middle manager that is frequently underappreciated in agile transformations. And I have founded my own consultancy. So I've been pretty busy. How did I get into Agile? Well, my very first project as a project manager was actually in 1998. And as a newly minted project manager at the time, I had the luxury of making a choice about what method I would use. And I happened to pick up Kent Beck's book called Extreme Programming Explained, and that led me down the path of agility. I've been racing sailboats up here in Puget Sound now for nearly 20 years, and I've really enjoyed it. In fact, I've enjoyed it so much that I've built a couple of my own boats. And that process has taught me a couple of valuable lessons. Number one, I can see a huge project through from start to finish. Number two, I operate really well under pressure. And number three, I'm easy to get along with in those high pressure situations. So sailing has been a very positive and rewarding experience for me. So, what have I done in terms of coaching? Well, I started off at the team level doing team coaching. Then I graduated to working with the middle managers who are responsible for coordinating amongst all of those teams and kind of working at the program and portfolio level. And then beyond that, started to work with executives. So I've had experience working throughout the organization from top to bottom, and increasingly large organizations as I've done that. My coaching style is pretty straightforward. It's based largely on trust. I need to build trust very, very quickly. I need to develop and deliver value very rapidly. And that's tied up with building that trust. And I need to, the primary tool I have for doing that is by being as clear as possible. So that, and the technique that I use to do that is using powerful questions. So those three elements are really the key to what I do. I think most people would describe me as very low key and easygoing.